right. I'd now like to introduce David Lee to give a speech on why hentai shouldn't be banned. Please make him welcome.
Good afternoon, Miss Boney and class. Recently, a major incident has happened that has stirred up the internet into a frenzy. Australia has recently banned the importation of hentai into the country. This was implemented by extension of the definition in child pornography to include drawings, cartoons, written material, toys, or other representations of imagery of fictional children. Before we start, has anyone here either heard or seen hentai? That's a lot more than I expected. For anyone who does not know, hentai is a type of Japanese pornography that is displayed in a Japanese art style known as anime or manga, which Ben talked about earlier. When arguing for hentai to be banned from Australia, Federal Senator Sterling Griff from South Australia said, "Experts that advocate against child exploitation have referred to this type of anime and manga as a gateway to the abuse of actual children." He also stated, "Experts also say that explicit anime and manga can be used by pedophiles as tools to groom children." Sterling Griff believes that hentai should be banned because it shows and causes abuse of children as well as child pedophilia. His assertion, however, is not true. This is supported by the fact that only a mere 27% of all child molesters were identified as having pedophilic interests. Gender Equality Bureau Cabinet Officer also reports that 80% of violence, including domestic violence and sexual assaults, were committed by those known to the victim. These two reports suggest that pedophilic interests to children are not main triggers for sexual abuses towards them. Moreover, there does not seem to be enough evidence given by the federal government to relate interest to drawings of fictional children in Japanese hentai to pedophilic interests in living children. I do agree that child pedophilia is an important issue that should be looked into more. However, I must be doubtful about the effectiveness of banning drawings of fictional characters for the purpose of protecting children from sexual abuses. I should say that ban on such representations infringes the right to freedom of expression guaranteed by Article 19 of the Universal Declaration of Human Rights, which states everyone has the right to freedom of opinion and expression. This right includes freedom to hold opinions without interference and to seek, receive, and impart information and ideas through any media and regardless of frontiers. Mr. Griff also mentioned that showing child abuse and abuse in general should be banned. However, these laws and bans directed towards the Japanese hentai would also cause many popular cartoons to also infringe on the new laws, such as popular cartoon Powerpuff Girls, as it displays young girls made by an experiment forced to fight evil city-destroying adults. Other cartoons such as Ben 10, Simpsons, Family Guy, and American Dad also shows both physical and sexual abuse towards children and women. I also do not agree to the banning of all cartoon and anime that have abuse or sexual content in them. Instead of these laws being in place and banning hentai, we should focus more on getting rid of images and videos of real children being abused physically and sexually, which violates both their rights and dignity. Thank you.